By now we know that Black lives matter, and we should also know that Black minds matter. Black minds matter. Whenever we run into the Karens and Darrens of the world, whenever we run into stereotypes and racism, white supremacy mythology, some of us may internalize that as inferiority, and we are by no means inferior. What happens in the West is that through Hollywood and through miseducation and through the lack of understanding what truly happened in our story or his story, we find that things are backwards. There's a lot of reverse psychology going on. There's a lot of cognitive dissonance going on. There's a lot of scapegoating going on. And I do not want you to feel like you are the victim of the scapegoating. You are not the victim. The person that harbors hate in their soul is the victim. They think they are the victor, but they are the victim. They are the person that has the disease of prejudice and the disease of racism. Perhaps you have something that they want. Perhaps you have a special sauce. And we find out that that special sauce is indeed melanin. Yes, melanin. The pigment of your skin, that is melanin. What is in and activates your pineal gland in your brain, that's melanin. What connects you to the sun, and it gives you a relationship with nature and the universe and the cosmos, is melanin. So those that lack melanin may feel inadequate at times and therefore want you to feel inadequate. And I want you to know that that's the wrong way to go. You should always hold your head up high. Keep your head to the sky. Because of I, and I means I and my Father are one. The microcosm and the macrocosm is the same. As above, so below. We are the ancient descendants of the Egyptians who were the Cometians, the Kemites, the Moorish Empire, okay? And on and on and on. So I want you to always keep your head up and know that you can achieve whatever you believe and whatever you conceive. When we find out our true history, we will find that Benjamin Banneker or Benjamin Banaka, right, who was an African Moor, created a farmer's almanac out of memory and also laid out the District of Columbia as an architect. We find out about Crispus Attucks being one of the first to fight in the Revolutionary War, but we also find out things such as we created the refrigerator or invented the refrigerator. We invented the cotton gin, and we invented the filament light bulb and heart surgery and all kinds of things that they don't give us credit for. They give the master the credit for, someone who stole the patents and things of that nature. But we were the ones that were creating things, just like George Washington Carver. Check him out and how many things he did with the peanuts, saying that he was communicating with the plants while he walked through the gardens. So I'm just here to tell you that when they come at you real ugly, you stay beautiful. You keep your head to the sky. My name is Kamal Imani, and I love our people. And I am here to let you know who you are and to inspire you. I am going to read a couple small chapters out of my book, which is titled, Your Power is in Your Melanin. Your power is in your melanin. All right, so chapter 1, Melanin and Pineal Perception. You got soul. Don't get it twisted. You got soul. Don't get it twisted. You ready? You sure? All right. You like knowledge of self? That's what it's about. It's all about knowledge of self. All right. Here we go. Chapter 1. African, black, or Moorish people have highly active pineal glands. This is due to the pigment called melanin, which we will delve into shortly. At this point, I will say that in general, it is the source of human ingenuity, cosmic relationship, ancestral communication, rhythm, protection, personal magnetism, and soul. In ancient Egypt, also known as Kemet and Tameri, you will see African black people. You see our pictures on the pyramid walls. In some pictures, there's a symbol highlighting the forehead. In some cases, it is a snake. This is indicative of active pineal gland, which is linked to Kundalini energy, which is in conjunction with our chakra system. In meditation, prayer, chanting, dancing, and other rituals, we can raise the Kundalini energy from the lower chakras up into the higher chakras, such as the first eye, formerly known as the third eye. When you visualize and go into trance with a mundane or spiritual goal, you magnify it and therefore attract it. This is the essence of the secret of the law of attraction. We do not wish to put too much focus on the racist here. However, it is our intention to show you how to respond to questions such as, why do they hate us because we're black? Well, you have innate dormant powers in abundance called melanin and an active pineal gland. We have more melanin and Kundalini chakra energy than most people. With this being the case, someone had to come up with the myths that made them look superior and us inferior. Over the years of sharing and indoctrinating generations of their children with this false concept, their belief in this gave them a false concept of society and reality. Most people don't like change. Many of them are used to having the higher class status. When Karen comes out, she's trying to show you that she still has her higher class privilege. Many police and racist men feel that due to a shrinking white population, original people outnumbering whites 12 to 1 on our planet, and a low birth rate, that their race will be exterminated. So their twisted logic tells them to try and exterminate us via miseducation, weak non-confrontational religion, drugs, alcohol, abortions, sterilization, unemployment, and most of all, the destruction of the strong, responsible African man. So they attack us on all levels. Keep listening and I will show you how to not only respond, but rise above their reverse psychological attacks and excel. Or check out the book and you'll definitely get it. And that book is called Your Power is in Your Melanin by Kamal Imani. Quote, melanin can absorb all types of energy such as sunlight, electromagnetic, music heard and unheard by the ears, phone waves, radio waves, radar, computer radiation, X-ray, cosmic rays, ultraviolet rays, heat waves, microwaves, and much more. Also, melanin uses the energy in the total environment, such as water, earth, moon, sun, the galaxy, planet cycles, and mineral cycles. As a matter of fact, melanin can be found in their environment: springs, lakes, soil, plants, atmosphere, and animals. Black people have the highest concentration of melanin on Earth, which makes us the most natural beings to the planet. We are connected to nature and the universe. Unfortunately, the majority of us are ignorant to this knowledge. We have to harness this knowledge and regain our rightful place on this planet. Unquote. The Melanin Man. TheMelaninMan.net. Now that was interesting. I'm going to read one more chapter, which is a little lighter, because now that you know you have the secret sauce called melanin, I want you to look into it, tap into it, read, develop your spirituality, meditate more, visualize more, etc. Okay, so that's going to segue us right into the next chapter. Chapter 2, why you must have a laser beam focus. The importance of creative visualization and goal setting. Quote, when you refuse to let people into your life, they cease to be a part of your reality. Unquote. Bishop E. Jordan. Quote, I learned in life to wear a hard hat, protect your mind, and bad things will stay back. The Jungle Brothers. I know people are always talking about setting goals and New Year's resolutions, etc. But I have learned that the best thing to do is focus on your goals. You should be so focused and so busy that you are in a zone. You have a strong vibration and aura about you and where you're going, and when others want you to join, they will have to be either part of the solution or you know they are part of the problem, and will have to, at some level, get out of your life. You can be empathetic and sympathetic, but you don't let anyone bring your vibration down and take you off your focus, because these are the qualities that will create your successes. So when it comes to racial slurs, insults, and discrimination, some things can simply be ignored and others can be confronted. I have learned that the first law of self-defense is to avoid the situation if you can. I do advise to go over people's heads, titles, and positions and register a complaint. When danger is too close for comfort and your back is against the wall, you must defend yourself to the max. But many situations are not worth your time. Why? Because you're busy making power moves. You're too focused. And as the lady says, ain't nobody got time for that. Remember, you have melanin, and melanin is magical. Melanin is electromagnetic. You have a goal, and you have soul. In addition to this, you are beautiful. I'm sure you're beautiful on the outside, but by just having soul, you are beautiful on the inside. Your soul is the real you, and your physical body is your spacesuit as you travel through the material realm and astral travel through the spiritual realm during trance, meditations, and dreams. See, we must at least be aware of our Eastern philosophy. Western philosophy doesn't comprehend the unseen in the spiritual realms like the melanated people can. When the colonists would wage war on the indigenous people of this earth, due to their perception, which is a scarcity complex, they would always try to kill the healers, medicine men and women. They would call women with spiritual powers, even in America, witches, and kill them. Why? Because women have a greater capacity to go into trance due to their respiratory system receiving less oxygen than men. So they are more apt to daydream, dream, or have an out-of-body experience. They are more likely to have the gift of prediction or prophecy. And this makes men from foreign cultures who can't comprehend this afraid. So a person who cannot understand natural and spiritual power will tell you that it is pagan and savage. And while they are enslaving and conquering you and giving you their religion or negative interpretation of it so that you can share in their superiority versus inferiority agenda, I say all of this to ask you, are they even worth listening to? Are they worth the time? No. Keep doing you. Stay focused on your dreams and your goals. You are at a dynamic place in life. All of us are, actually. I say that because we can at any time do what I call renewing history. We can start anew. We can go back to the drawing board and reconstruct a new blueprint, a new vision, and then go to work to bring it into manifestation. And remember, you have melanin. And when you go into a zone while focusing on your objectives, you will receive thoughts and extra energy and begin to attract positive people, places, and things in your life. Very important to stay positive and optimistic as a daily discipline. To some people, it sounds corny. I used to think I was so cool that when I saw some successful nerd talking about positive thinking, I was like, snore. But I've learned that you have to keep a positive outlook and let things roll off you, like the concept of Taoism. Bruce Lee said, be like water. It's easy to go with the flow than to go against it. It's easier to go with the flow than to go against it. Negative people, regardless to race, are people who are usually unhappy and fighting against change. Most people resist change because they fear the unknown. But the only constant is change. And like the classic song says, everything must change. So do your best to stick to your plan and go with the flow. But at times you have to adapt to the changes. But don't get discouraged and quit. Never get discouraged and quit. Focus on a goal, take control and roll. Let the whole world know that you got soul. Like the atom in the womb of the universe that grew into the sun, you're number one. Be determined and rise like helium. Blast off. Kamal